Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Woodmere Estate Revival. We got another big work weekend going on down here at the house. The weather is perfect. It's a little hot for what we're doing, but it's beautiful. It's dry, it's clear, the sky's blue, the birds are singing, so it's a great weekend to get some work done down here at the house. The plan is to build a scaffolding in the deep end of the pool and to go ahead and get the rest of the walls sanded all the way around the pool and then begin to sand the floors as well. We've got a big floor sander in the house and we're going to make use of that to tackle the biggest section of the floor, but we're trying to get all the walls and everything done first, and then we'll get that scaffolding out of the way and then go ahead and finish up the sanding on the floors and the sloped portion of the deep end. Let's go ahead and take a look around and see what we're working on this weekend. So here's the Bobcat skid steer parked out front. I'm going to fire it up here in just a second and go ahead and get the forklift attachment mounted on the front and go get those timbers. I want to show you quickly just the progress that's been made along the front of the house. The crew this week used hydraulic cement and went along and worked all along the edge of the foundation, patched any cracks, any breaks in any of the block, and went ahead and patched up this hole here where the old floor drain came out from the garage. And then, as you can see, they got all the waterproofing done. So we had already power washed the foundation for them, so once they got their patchwork done, they were able to come along and get the waterproofing spread. In part of it, they've already got the foundation drain laid out, and you can see this black fabric here. That's the foundation, the next layer of the foundation coating, basically. They got it folded over right now, but underneath there's a layer of gravel, and there's a foundation drain that is going to run all along the front of the house. It is stubbed off right here, and they just got to cover it up in case any weather moves in to keep the dirt out of the pipe. But that will run all the way along here to pick up any water that may run back against the house. Now, the corner of biggest priority was right here. That's where the water was actually seeping in and running into the dining room. So we were really worried about that and wanted to get that dried out. So this foundation drain system should take care of that. And then they ran it all along the front of the house. You can see where the sewer line comes out. They got hydraulic cement all around that. Remember, there was about a 2 or 3 inch gap around that thing, and there was a huge tree root in there, so we got that out of there. And then the crew patched up around the pipe, so no more water intrusion, no more roots. And then all along here you can see where they put the hydraulic cement in the vents that were built in underneath these posts for whatever reason, and so that will prevent any future water intrusion there. And again, waterproofing all along here, and they used the hydraulic cement and kind of built a bevel. You can see down at the bottom of the block there, right there where it meets the footer, they built a bevel there that would actually kind of sheet water away from the front of the foundation and keep it from sitting and just kind of laying on the footer and possibly seeping underneath it. So that should really, again, help sheet water off of the foundation, help it to run out and into the foundation drain. So looking all along here, again, you can see where they've run everything through here. And then they got this dug out again. This was the piping that came in from the back and the side of the house over here by the pool. So they got that tied in. They brought this foundation drain over here, put on a coupler, and tied it in. Last step will be to run the downspout drains down through here, and then they'll come back along and backfill with gravel. Let's walk over here and take a look at the pool. So if you'll recall, Amber's been in here a couple of days already. She's gotten half of this wall done, and she's gotten half of this wall done. I'm going to be working down in the deep end today. I'm going to build a scaffold using a bunch of our leftover 2x12s, ones that were solid enough to keep from the downstairs, but were just questionable enough that we decided to go ahead and replace them. So I'm going to go down in here and actually use the ladder and kind of get everything, set in place, and then start screwing stuff together. Build a scaffold basically so I can work all the way around the perimeter of the pool. Get these walls all sanded down, and then we'll go ahead and sand the side walls, the sloped walls down there, and then hit the very base of the deep end. This wall back here, closest to the house, Amber already got that, so that's taken care of. And then we've got a big floor sander that we're going to use that will help us take care of the rest of this shallow end. it's flat enough that I think we can go ahead and use the floor sander and really save us a lot of time. So that's the plan. I'm going to go ahead and get the skid steer fired up and go get the wood, get down here and start working on our scaffold and get this project underway. Amber and the boys will be here momentarily, and they're going to get started down here. The boys are going to be cleaning up some poolside furniture. There's a couple of chaise lounges that they're going to scrub all the scuzz off of and use those to hang out and watch us work.
So we've got the boys down here doing a little bit of work. These are found lawn chairs. Loungers, I guess I should say, and they were dirty, so the boys are cleaning them up, and then they're gonna move them into the shade and spend their time on their loungers.
No, we need to dry these off, so we're gonna put them in the sun and use the towels.
Okay. How's it coming? They're starting to look pretty good.
This rod can't even come off.
Okay, well some of it won't come off, but as long as you get the dirt off, that's really the important thing. So they're clean to sit on.
That green stuff off.
What green? Oh, you did? How do you do that?
You take your rag, soak it in. You take your rag.
Yeah.
Wet. Put pressure on the green that you're scrubbing like this.
Yeah.
That.
And then it comes off.
And you scrub it.
Yeah. Good job.
This water's dirty. I need to get more.
Okay. Well, yeah. Why don't you go? If it's dirt, no, don't dump it here. Go down and dump it.
In the pool.
No, down at the end of the road. We don't want to make too much mud. But keep up the good work.
Okay.
All right, so we've been busy most of the morning putting together some scaffolding so that we can sand the deep end. It's very hot. It's very time consuming. How's it going there, babe?
It's great. It's hot in this pool.
Yep.
It's gonna feel good when there's water here up to your chest. But
Not so much now.
kind of hot. Well, we almost got the scaffold done, so when we get that up, then we can start sanding.
Yeah.
And our suits will be even hotter.
Oh,
so
I know.
right now it feels pretty good.
Yeah, the idea was to be doing this in the morning. What's happened to that?
Yeah. Too much setup to try to get this part ready.
I know. We should have done that last night.
Should have. We're all too tired.
I know.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Good effort.
You better be careful.
Kids would be impressed. They think I was a parkour master.
They would be, man. I'm impressed.
Oh,
Have you had enough?
no more parkour, man.
Oh. You're just a show off.
It's a good ab workout.
No doubt. Alright, so we got it all kind of put together. And Chris is just screwing it all together so that it doesn't fall. We hope.
How's it going?
Awesome.
You ready for this?
No. I'm ready to get her done.
Yeah. So we got our scaffolding set up, and now it's time to put it to use. See if we can get this rest of these walls sanded down. Can't wait to get this thing painted and filled up with water.
Woohoo! Cookie's doing a good job sanding. I just finished this side. We are sweaty, stinking, and covered in blue paint. Does it look like I've been working? I'm ready for a shower.
Well, another episode of Woodmere Estate Revival is in the books. We have just wrapped up here, got all the stuff put away. We had to quit early this evening because we've got a dinner meeting to go to this evening. But we got a lot accomplished, real happy with where we're finishing up, and we'll be able to tackle the last bit of sanding tomorrow. Let me show you what all we got accomplished today. So I'm standing here on the diving board, and from here you can see our home-built scaffolding system. We use the 2x12s out of the house to construct our scaffolding system with our handy ladder there, and it actually worked really well. We got everything set up, and then we got it all screwed together, so it's been pretty stable, and we've made good use of it. Amber was able to get all the way down her side here to the corner, and then I got about 5 feet to go on my side. I had a little malfunction with my grinder, so that put me out of commission for a little bit, but I got it back together and got back to work here, but she ended up finishing her side before I finished mine. So tomorrow we'll be back down here, and we'll pick up where we left off. We'll go ahead and get the last of this side done, and then we'll go ahead and move around the corner here and tackle this end under the diving board. We'll start on both sides there and meet somewhere in the middle. Get done, hopefully knock that out within an hour or so. Shouldn't be too bad. After we get that done, then we're going to concentrate on the ledge all the way around the top here, and then we'll start working our way from the ledge all the way down the side walls and into the bottom. So we made a lot of progress today. We got this scaffold set up. That took a while, but it sure made this sidewall project a lot easier to take care of. So thanks again for hanging out with us today. We appreciate your time and attention. Please be sure to hit that subscription button so you don't miss a single episode of Woodmere Estate Revival. Give us a like if you would, please, and share the channel with your friends and family. We really appreciate that. We appreciate our loyal subscribers, and we really appreciate everybody who spreads the word about our channel. We're having a lot of fun with this renovation project. It's been a real adventure, and we've enjoyed sharing it with you guys. So be sure to stay tuned for the next episode, which will be the conclusion of the big sanding project this weekend. Hopefully before too long, we're going to be taking care of the final plumbing around the pool, get the equipment replaced, and then we'll be ready to paint, put up the new water line tile, and install the coping. So we're trying to get this pool whipped into shape so we can hopefully put it into use as soon as possible and get a couple of good months out of it this year before the weather gets cold again. So thanks for hanging out. Take care, and we'll see you again real soon.